In the heart of the hospital, where science meets humanity, radiology stands as the unseen guardian, detecting, diagnosing, and directing the path to healing. But beyond the scans, beyond the technology, there's something greater. A legacy. A legacy built by visionaries who saw the unseen, by innovators who redefined the possible, and by healers who dared to believe in something bigger than themselves. This is their story, and it's our responsibility to carry it forward.
There were probably, out of a class of about, in training in radiology, of about 120, there were about 30 women, and that was kind of unheard of. I think Harvard had one woman in radiology training at a particular time. And I came to MGH, I think there were two of us. One was in nuclear medicine and then myself. Now that wasn't true in the training. There were women in radiology training, but people that were on the faculty, there were only a couple of us. I did my training actually in radiology in Canada. I went there as not an undergraduate, but in medical school. And the department at the Royal Victoria Hospital had an excellent radiology department and people that worked there. And I was attracted to radiology, and I had several friends. It was kind of a new field, and so I did an elective, I think is something that many people do. And I really enjoyed it, so I decided to become a radiologist. If you look overall at the many years I've had in radiology, I think what has been the most rewarding has been the educational component. As you know, the person in charge of the residents, the new fellows and so forth, and recruiting residents to the department. And it was really a privilege to know these people, to interview them, to see all the talents that came through in radiology, and then to be able to nurture them and help them. And sometimes people that are wonderful and very smart, but they go through a period in which they're not sure, is this the right thing that I'm doing for my career? And I would spend time with them. We just discuss how they feel and how perhaps we could make things better for their experience and so forth. So I found that to be the most rewarding. And then to follow them. Many of them stayed in the department. I think some of the best and the brightest stayed in the department, so I feel like they're my children in some respect. But also just to see the success that they had, the friends that they make, and their dedication to MGH and the experience they had during their training. I was president of both American Roentgen Ray first and eventually the RSNA, and I think this was a very important part of my career as well. And I think I already mentioned it in with some of the discussion that we had, but I think people who get involved in these organizations are really contributing a lot of their time and their effort to the advancement of radiology. They bring people together, and I think both Roentgen Ray and particularly the RSNA are highly regarded around the world, and we see so many people attending, for example, the RSNA meeting from almost every country that you could imagine, and fairly large numbers as well. And they love, the younger people are attracted because they love to give short dissertations and so forth, and I think it enables them in their career to grow and to understand what other countries are doing and so forth. So I think that's been a very important part of what I felt I enjoyed perhaps the most in my career. Having the opportunity to travel and meet people both in Europe and in Asia, and to exchange ideas about how They trained people in how they organized their radiology departments and so forth. I made a lot of friends. I learned a lot from the experience. I attend, and I still attend, the European Society of Radiology that has a meeting once a year. And I think it's very good to have that type of exchange. I think that often people in the United States, we have the best, and we're always on the cutting edge, and we don't need to learn from other people, but that's not true. And I always felt enriched for my profession and for myself by being involved with organizations both in Europe and also in Asia, and it was a wonderful experience. And I enjoyed the travel as well. It was a very good experience for me. I would hope that I would be regarded as, someone who is very devoted to thoracic radiology and help to support that and to add some new innovations as the field grew and radiology grew, and I think I feel very happy that I've had the opportunity to teach a lot of budding radiologists, and fortunately some very good talented people, and I was able to advise them. I could be there for them and support them, and most of them did very, very well. I think there'll always be new technical components to the field of radiology, and it will continue to expand. Radiology will continue to be a very important force in the treatment of our patients.